Sir, you have 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I must thank my little boss up there. Yes, you, that Stripe Search. Because you're the one that brings me here. And you are the one I serve. As I challenge John Tory for the mayor of Toronto's job, it is that child that inspired me. Now, John wants you to think about Doug Ford. But the fact is, Doug Ford is a half-time mayoral candidate. He hasn't even finished one mayoral race. I am a 5-time mayoral candidate. I have faced Lassman, Miller, Ford, but yet, John, you would not face me. Why? Because you know you can't beat me democratically. You can beat Doug Ford because he has the same progressive conservative party that you used to lead. But you know, John Tory, if you let the media promote us equally, you don't stand a hope in hell in beating me unless you change your social policy. And that brings us to why I'm here today. I was here on June 28th, and at that time I was a resident in Paul Ainsley Ward. I did what John Tory wouldn't do with Toronto community housing. I did it with Canada's largest landlord, Capri Property. I filed a large amount of complaints with the city, and I sent a copy of each complaint to you, John Tory. But yet, I was ordered evicted, thrown to the streets, not even given the rights as a dog. They said I had a disability that possesses me to write my name on election campaign signs and post them on the public roadway. And that disability was grounds for the Ontario government to order me homeless. And I took hell, and I couldn't fight. For a full year I fought. And when the eviction order came, I sent you another letter, and I said, John, don't let them take my life. I also sent a copy to Paul. And I also sent a copy to Gary Crawford when Capri in their ward had so much problems that Gary Crawford says we will take them to court. But yet Gary Crawford didn't take them to court. I had to take them to court. So on August 18th, I was thrown on the streets in Ward 28, and I was left to die. And today I'm proud to announce that I'm no longer a homeless man. I have a home, and I live in Toronto Centre. That's the provincial riding of Toronto Centre, and I am the provincial candidate for member of provincial parliament in Toronto Centre. But how did I get a home? I stayed out of the despicable shelter system of the city of Toronto, and that's why I found a home in less than 2 months. I wish to address the issue of Toronto community housing and the lack of repairs and the maintenance in Toronto community housing. That's why I wish to be the councillor for Ward 28. I wish to address the homelessness in Ward 28, the extensive large amount of homelessness, and I wish to address an issue that's very disturbing: public drug addiction, public alcoholism, and public disobedience that lead to so much violence. Those are the issues I will address as Ward 28 City Councillor. I've been in Ward 28 for the majority of my homeless days, which spanned 10 to 12 years before I found housing for 6 years, until I was thrown in the street for standing up to those who did not maintain and repair their property according to the standards of law. Currently, I am one of 19 people in the province of Ontario that is legally eligible to be the next Premier of Ontario, because I am the interim leader of the Ontario People's Political Party. I inspire hope. I can give opportunity. I can give guidance to your youth, and I can deal with the issues of drugs, alcoholism, and the disrepair in housing. And I believe that is what's needed in Ward 28 currently. God bless the soul of Councillor Pam McConnell.
Thank you. Councillor Fletcher.
Good morning, Mr. Clarke. I just wanted to ask people that live in Ward 28, are you planning or would you run in the council election next fall?
I am currently living in Ward 27, which is a block out of Ward 28.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, but I am. Oh, yeah.
But I am in the provincial warden of the provincial riding of Toronto Centre. If I am appointed today to city councillor, I am also the provincial candidate in Toronto Centre, and I am also seeking to deal with a federal seat in Scarborough Agincourt. So I would not run again for city councillor in Ward 28. I would hope that after my term, the mayor would appoint me the head of Toronto Community Housing to fix Toronto Community Housing, and at that period of time, I would feel I would do a great asset to the people, and then I would withdraw possibly from the mayor's race so I can do something that will affect a large amount of people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, go on this way.
Oh, Councillor Fergiano.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mr. Clarke, how many positions have you registered and run for in the last, let's say, 10 years?
In the last 10 years, I was in Ottawa Vanier to address the issue of children's rights and the death of Caitlin Sampson. I was in Simcoe North to face conservative leader Patrick Brown. I faced Jack Layton federally. I have faced, but I think that's before the 10 years, I have faced Rob Ford. I was supposed to face John Tory the last election, but he would not face me. In total, I have ran 5 times for the mayor of Toronto's post since I was a homeless man, 9 times provincially, 4 times federally, and I am currently the interim leader of the Ontario People's Political Party and its chief financial officer. So in total, you're looking at 5 municipally, 9 provincially, that's 14, so 18 times.
Is that a Guinness World Book of Records?
No, it is not. That is owned by John Turnell, right? I believe that if we had the financial resources, we would have been elected a long time ago. But